Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well and welcome to the third part of the series 30 differences between Filmora and Sony Vegas. Right, so I do hope you enjoyed this series as I'm spending so much time trying to film these, edit them and obviously plan it first and then bring it all to you guys. So at least that way it's just easier for you if you ever needed to edit. You just have to have like a one-stop shop for the editing techniques if you needed to find something that you didn't know. And as I usually do, I will have the timestamp of each difference in the description box below. So don't hesitate to go and click on any that you would like to skip so you don't have to be watching the whole video and make yourself bored. I hope you stay with me in this journey and subscribe. Visit my other social media platforms and follow me there, which I will be having the links underneath this video. And with that said, let's get on to the video. Hi, what's up? This is the Tech Girl 007 here, teaching you all about the tech, whether they're tech issues, reviews, tutorials, unboxing and much more. And that all in one right here on this channel. Alright, so the first one is going to be something called rendering. So basically in here we're going to be talking about how you can stop your preview screen from lagging. First of all, I'm going to go onto Filmora 9 and in here I have this video going on and I've got like a transition going on or maybe an overlay going on that I'm just gonna play it and you'll see. So basically it's raining in here. So say if this is lagging, you can always fix it by going on to this one. It says render preview. So if your preview screen is lagging and it's cutting in between, so if you do a render preview, it will stop it from doing that, so have a smooth playback. So I'm gonna just go in here and click in here. So basically I think this is going to be doing it for all the videos, so you don't have the option to select one part. So now it's just doing it and we're gonna have to wait for it. We're gonna have to go to 2666 and then that will actually get this smooth and played back instead of having a cutty video. So once it gets to 100%, I will just close the window itself. You don't have to do anything about it, and then you can just play the video and it should just run smoothly. Mine was already smooth because this video is a video that I've already edited and I've done all the preview rendering and everything for it. But I just wanted to show you guys how to actually fix it if you had some lagging on your preview window. All right, so let's go on to Sony Vegas. Right, so in Sony Vegas for this video I did have some kind of lagging, and because this video is already been edited and all that, this is basically my softbox video that I've done, so a DIY. I will have the link on the description box below. Now let's see how we can actually do this. There's a long process with this one, so I'm just going to put a cut in between. So we're working with this window. So first of all, what you need to do for this one is you need to select the region. You can obviously by all means select all the video, but then for now, because so that it's quicker, I'm just going to select a small region. So this bit, it will help you to select region. So it says region, loop region. Okay, so we're going to be only up to here. All right, so first of all, what you need to do is go onto the video preview, right click on there and go on to where it says preview device preferences. So in here you go into video and where it says dynamic RAM preview max, so you just want to change to 0 and just say apply and okay, right? And then next bit, what you want to do is go into tools. So you want to go into where it says clean up pre-rendered video, okay? And then this should just delete all the pre-rendered ones. And then lastly for this bit, you need to go into tools again, and then you want to go to selectively pre-render video. Okay, so basically when here you're given the program, so Sony Vegas, a pre-rendered preview that you can select yourself, so customize it for yourself. So basically whenever I'm trying to render a video or maybe extract it or whatever you want to call it, I would go on to where it says video for Windows, because obviously I'm using Windows, and I would go on to where it says HD. So the highest in here, it's 1080 by 20, and then it's got 25p. And then if I wanted to customize it so that all my videos are basically set to these customized options, so whenever I'm trying to for example render a video again, so like in future I can just select that customized template, then it will just all my videos are going to be the same rate and like, you know, audio quality and all that. So let's just see in here. So template, I can just name it as say for example new, and the notes are fine. You can put some notes if you wanted, but otherwise it's fine. So include video, and then in here frame rate is always 1080, because obviously for if you're doing this for YouTube, then that's what the YouTube only accepts. So a 920 by 1080 is what you would want to select. Otherwise you do have these other options if you wanted. Then the frame rate, if you're using a mobile phone to record, some editing programs may allow you to do like 30 frame rates per second. So like I'm going to select, because usually I would, so because I'm using a mobile phone, I usually set the frame rate to 30 frame rates per second, and I do the same thing on Filmora 9 as well. So that's only when I'm doing extraction. And then what I do is for the other things, you can just leave it as it is basically, and then you're gonna go onto audio. You want to just leave the audio as it is as well, so like 16 bits, or you can go on to like 24 bits. It's up to you, but it doesn't really matter for me. I'll stick to 16 bits. Then on the project in here, you want to select best, and then the 3D, I'll just leave it as it is, and the color I'll just leave it as it is by default, and I just say okay. So now basically when I'm trying to extract or render a video, then instead of me selecting all the other options, I can just go select Windows, video for Windows, and then select new. So that way if I wanted to keep all my videos as the same quality throughout YouTube, throughout all my YouTube videos, then this is the best way to actually set it. All right, so then you can just select render, and this should render in no time. The reason it's going to not take so long is because we've only selected this part. And by the way, you need to actually have this part selected, so render loop region only. So then it doesn't, if you didn't have this selected, then it's going to render the whole video for you. For this bit of the video, I really like Filmora 9 because it just has one button to just click and, like, you know, stop the video from lagging. Whereas with Sony Vegas, you have to go through all sort of, you know, different options before you can get your lagging sorted. So on the next bit, which is the second difference, we're going to be talking about transparency. With this part, we're going to be using the option for Chroma key. This is really useful if you're coming to put some overlays on your on your video to just make it professional and like not have all the white background or the green background. You know, this way is just so easy. And I also have a video for this part, like a separate video, which I'm going to be putting in the link in the description box below, so you can go watch that as well. And I don't want this green background to like appear, so I want it to actually appear on top of my video. So what I mean by that is, I'll just show you in a minute. I'll just double click on the video itself, go on to where it says Chroma key, and basically, because obviously green was already selected, it basically removed all the background, whatever that was green on the screen, it just removed it. Otherwise, if say for example, if I want to remove the red on here, I'd go to here, it would just allow you to select the color that you wanted to remove from any video. So because before I selected green automatically, I just wanted to show you how this works by selecting the red now. So I paint the color by clicking in here. I click in here and then I select the color I selected. So this is like painting the color, and then you see the red is now gone. So if I play this, you will not see the red on there. So basically, you see everything that's red is not there anymore. Alright, so now if you go on to the Sony Vegas, it's pretty straightforward like how it was in Fimora 9. And then you want to go on to where it says Chroma Keyer. You want to say add, then you want to say okay. Now in here, you need to be able to select or, get the color that you actually wanted to remove. So you basically click on where there is a blue color, you select on this pen in here, this is also like painting the color, and then you go back onto the video, you select this green color. Okay, so now it has selected green, and then you want to just close this, and this has now changed the green onto like clear or transparent background. Okay, so this is basically how we do in Sony Vegas as well. So chroma key was pretty straightforward, but this is just a little trick to, for example, give you that professional editing in your videos. So if you really wanted to do that, this is how you can do it, and not many people knows how to do this, so I thought I should just include it in here because this was something really good that you can include in your editing process. On the third difference on here, we're going to be talking about split screens. Okay, so if you go into here, it says split screen. If you select split screen, and then if you just press on where it says add. So if you wanted to bring a video onto number one, you obviously double click in here, and then you want to click on the plus on whatever video that you wanted to bring from the media imports in here. So this is basically the window for all the media that you have. You click in here, and this should literally come in here, and then if you want to bring another one in here, then you want to select that video and it should just come in here. I'll just do a little play and you'll see. Okay, so if I just play that, okay, and because I've got the voiceover as well on there, I just want to double click on there and then go to advanced settings, and from audio I just want to make this to 0, and then now let's just play this. Okay, so you see both of the video are playing at the same time. And now let's go on to Sony Vegas and see how we actually do this in Sony Vegas as well. So in Sony Vegas, you don't actually have an automatic split screen that you can just, that's pre-made for you, and you can just put it on the screen. And here, what you need to do is basically do it manually. And by that, what I mean is, so you double click on one of the videos. If you wanted to put it onto one side, you're gonna want to go onto where it says event, pan and crop, and then you could either do like so like proper zoom in into it, and then bring it to one side, and then obviously that way you can have like a kind of a split screen, but then you have to go ahead and like make it even more smaller. Alright, so basically to make your video so that it should fit in a split screen, what you want to go onto is, this is in Sony Vegas of course, so you want to go onto the left hand side where it says more, and then you're gonna have to click on track motion. So basically for here you need to be able to move these around. So basically if you move the whole thing around, it will move around the whole of the screen. So like for example this video, if I just make it a bit smaller, so this is only in the middle of the screen. If I wanted to move it to this side, I could. So the video is going to be a bit shrinked, but that's the only way you can do it in Sony Vegas, and that's it. And then if you wanted to put another video on the side, say for example this one, you still want to have to go to track motion, and then bring this video to this side. And then you want to because obviously I'm trying to move this to one side, it's not, so you need to unselect that. So you want to, and then that's when you can actually move it. Okay, so for example now if we have both of these videos on top of each other. So now that we have aligned both videos together, we need to, I'm just gonna play it so you guys can actually see what's going on. So the other video has started from here and it wasn't there from the start of the right side video. Okay, so you can see both of those playing at the same time and like asymmetrically. Okay, and this is basically it. This is how you can do it on Sony Vegas. And again, I like this part of the editing in Filmora 9 better because you just have a pre-made split screen, so then you don't have to, you know, play around with the video a lot. It will just come and it will just be on there for you. I'm just gonna go to the next one, which is import video audio. So in both of the programs they're a bit different but not so much. So first of all, we've got Filmora 9. So to import any media, you go onto where it says media, and then in here you can double click, and then you can just bring in anything that you wanted. So you can either bring audio, you can bring video, or whichever you wanted to bring. And obviously you can go in here as well, you can just bring import media, and then you can select anything that you want. Okay, so that was just a real quick one on there. And then in Sony Vegas, you can actually bring anything by selecting here, open, or otherwise you can press on Control D. That's just a shortcut, and then you can just bring in anything in here. And you do also have a project media tab in here, so you can see all the projects, all the videos that you've got in here. And then otherwise, then you can go in here, import media, and you do the same thing, and you can just bring in any picture, any video, any audio, same thing. All right, so these two are pretty straightforward. There was not so much that you could do with it. So now on the last but not least difference, I'm going to be talking about tracks. So there's different tracks that you've got in both of these editing programs. All right, so now we're on Filmora 9 in here. So on the left hand side, you got an option, a selection of tabs in here, a selection of tracks in here. So for you to be able to bring an audio, and you want to be able to, for you to be able to bring a pre-recorded audio or a background music onto your video, you need to first of all add an audio track. So this will automatically come at the bottom in here. So like how Filmora 9 works is that it will have all the videos on the top tracks, and then the audios on the bottom track. And then same goes to if you wanted to bring any video in here, you need to right click and then select add video track. So you see it has dropped in the video track on top. And then on Sony Vegas, it's basically the same concept. You basically right click somewhere. So if you right click anywhere and you say insert video track, this will insert it on the top for you. But if you wanted to put it at the bottom, you need to basically, you can basically you know, just drag it and then just put it at the bottom in here. So that's not a big issue. If you wanted to bring an audio in, you can still put you still have to select insert video track. So it's not like two different options in here. So like you have it in Filmora 9, you have to select either video or audio, but in Sony Vegas you can just select video. You can just select video for both audio and video, and then you can just drag in your files. So for example, if I have to drag in this one, I can just drag it in. That was just a video, and then if there was to be an audio, you can just drag it in like that as well. So that's it basically. Alright guys, so that's the end of this video. I really do hope that you like this series that I've been making for you guys, and I hope for you to stay with me till the end by subscribing and obviously share it so other people can know as well about these. Also, I will have all the links that I've said in the video on the description box below. I'll have the blueberry juice link if you wanted to know how to make blueberry juice on the description box as well. So like you can just go ahead and like click on it and go to my other video and just watch it, and maybe you can just visit my other channel and just, you know, explore. If you like it, you can subscribe, like it, If you like it, if you could subscribe to it, and I would really appreciate if you do so. And with that said, I'll just wrap up this video and I'll see you on the next series. Take care. Bye.